I'm Oscar Rand from RAND Boats. I'm the commercial director and founder, along with my brother Carl. What we see with the demand that we have within our boats, it is that majority of people requesting more information and want to know more about how boats work. They come from, let's say, the sustainable mindset. They want to go electric. And in many areas around the world, it's very popular to go electric, where the environment fits it and where the needs fits it. So it's not all needs around the world which is, let's say, prepared for electric, but some surely is. Typically what we see, we've done a lot of investigations within our focus group and our customers and everything. It is that most people, they use their boat, let's say, going 30 minutes somewhere, putting the anchor down, having a good time, and 30 minutes back. And through that course of day, they do some slow cruising, and it's all about the social interactions. And for these types of experiences, where you have some beautiful environment closely, just want to go out on the water, electric is surely there. So that can be done with displacement boats with electric, let's say low voltage, low cost, easy maintenance. It can also be done with, let's say, the bigger boats with the deep V hulls and going fast. And what we see is that in the displacement boat scenario, we are in an on-par type of pricing and comparative with gasoline. So we are very much mature, or the market in general is very mature with electric when in displacement speeds. And what probably makes us stand out a little bit as well is that when it comes to, let's say, the powerful electric systems, that we have developed one of the most advanced electric propulsion systems that has all of the benefits that you see in a normal gasoline boat. So it's easy to maintenance, it's easy to install. It mounts on the same engine brackets that you have for your inboard Mercruisers. We use a Mercruiser stern drive as well. So all the things that you're used to when motorboating, we have that. We've also, let's say, with electric and bringing on new technology, there's some concerns for some clients. Like, how is this maintenance? So we've made that extremely easy with a kind of a Lego block system. So let's say all of our partners worldwide can easily exchange those components that might need to be changed. Yeah, we're extremely excited to put online that we are launching the Salava 33. This will be a completely new type of boat, creating a new type of category. And we see that this boat is extremely important to enter into the market because it will be the first plus 30 feet luxury electric day boat that has a price point that you would be similar to a traditional combustion boat. Typically there's a big premium when you go with big electric boats, then you need a lot of batteries, you need big powerful engines. But we've managed to have put this into development, the most efficient hull design that you can get. It has a 1 to 20 hull dimension on the beams. It's a solar catamaran. So this is the ultimate efficiency that you can achieve. This also makes it very suitable even with a 48 volt system. And with a 48 volt system, you'll be able to go at a reasonable price point to open up this luxury sustainable electric boating to the masses. So you can actually go 12 knots, say, on the low voltage, and then you can go up to 25 knots with a high voltage. We definitely see that this boat will be well received within the segment that wants to have that pure, beautiful experience on the water, that really cherishes, let's say, the solariums, all the good features that you would have on a luxury villa. It's less of a boat with cramped spaces and more like a luxury real estate on water. And it has a significantly better range than any V-hull would have. And it's just about the perfect mix for electric boat. One of the greatest features on this boat is that it has incredible access to the boat and from the boat. Both, let's say, from the harbor docks on the side, but also it has a beach lander. So in the bow, if you're coming into a beautiful island, you can actually lower the front stairs down to the water level and you can jump into the land without getting wet shoes. On the back, it also has the ability to transform the aft seating arrangement into a little poolside It falls down just below the waterline, so you can sit and be in the water. It's a very new type of vessel, and we're really excited, and it will definitely make you the proof that electric boating is no longer, let's say, matured in smaller electric boats. We can do it on a 33 foot at a good price, good range, and we're so excited about that. The Roma 28 we've developed in order to make the perfect adventure boat. Being on the water, me and my brother, since we were kids, it was always about going on the adventures. And we wanted to investigate and think what would be the perfect adventure boat. And what we saw was that we like to go fast, so we need, of course, 2 twin outboards as a possibility. Of course, also electric. We need the free movability to run around with the dive tanks or the fishing rods or the wet bar, and to not feel entrapped. I think that speaks about all of our boats, the movability around. We're extremely social, so we need to have that like a very important part. I think that's something that the competition has forgotten a little bit when they do adventure boats. Like, we still need like a really nice social zone. So we've managed to do a 28-foot boat that again gives the cockpit that feels bigger with some clever transformations. So if we start from the front, you have a nice little sunbed, a sun lounge, let's call it that. But that opens up and becomes double as long into a bit more than 180 centimeters. And we've developed like a glamping tent, so you can actually sleep under the stars without getting wet. We did not sacrifice, let's say, putting in a cabin, because not a lot of people actually uses that cabin. But we really want, as I say, even more pure adventure. So having that glamping type of experience. So 90% of the time where you're using the boat, you have a ton of space, you have leisure zones, but you also have this very strong utilization zones. So if we step a bit further back on the boat, yeah, of course you have the toilet in the center console, it's 1.60 meters height, so comfortable with a ton of storage. So when you're going on an adventure, you need stuff all of your belongings. So a ton of storage. You go back, and then you have like a very, very sporty seat, which, well, you feel comfortable at 50 knots. Then you have 6 forward-facing seats, so you can actually go those long distances going on the true adventure, but transform that little area to, let's say, a good dining zone, cook up your fresh fish that you caught throughout the day, either with harpooning or fishing. But when you go to the back, you have this massive space where you can actually have a wet bar that is aluminum laser cut. So it's like a really bespoke piece of kit. And so for that barbie, that's stored in a custom storage compartment under the deck. So you don't use that all the time. So you don't want it to have that cluttering the deck all the time. So again, with a little bit of clever design, we've made like a wet bar that looks much better than some of those, say, glass fiber cooktops that's just in the way all the time. And that can actually be mounted both at the aft transom, where there's like this customizable space, which could be, let's say, 2 forward-facing seats as standard, becomes a wet bar, and remove the seat down when you want to do that. Can also be, let's say, a dive station for all of that diving kit, and also a more, let's say, professional fishing type of station and work area. We have fishing rod holders already around the side. You can utilize those fishing rod holders as well for wet bars and other piece of interesting functionalities. And yeah, so it really just screams and shouts, let's go on adventure. But we are taking it with our perception and perspective into the luxury segment. So giving something that's truly just looks beautiful, a lot of space, really thought through. The journey that we've been on so far is, of course, always bringing clever innovations into the market. We're completely value driven. We are driven also about our passion of creating harmony between the oceans and mankind. And the best way that we can do that is to make sure that we have, let's say, a truly unique and valuable experience for each boating segment. We all have different needs, and not all boats can actually fulfill those needs equally good. So we want to look at every need and make sure that that is perfectly filled out. So for the future, there are some needs that we still are going into, and later this model year, say in the spring of 2024, we will be bringing a 38-foot adventure boat into the market. It will be again one of its own kind. It will be in the spirit of the Roma 28 to give you an idea of what you could expect. But of course it packs 2 cabins, sleeping 4 very comfortably. And one very unique feature, it will be the first convertible pilot house. So you will actually be able to fully enclose that, put on some AC, or if it's raining and you need to be inside. But you can also fully transform it, make it an open day boat. And I think that's a choice that we shouldn't ask customers like, do you want to have the pilot house or the open? If you can have both, of the best of 2 worlds, we're very proud to bring that to the market. And we still hold on our promise. We will be doing 2 to 4 boats every year, also for the next 3 to 5 years. So we have plenty of things to look forward to in this range between 20 feet to 45 feet.